Can't do that too hard. The floor might cave in.
Yeah, well, I can't do it. My bones will pop out of my neck. But I remember those days. I had those days.
Yeah. Thank you, Lefty, for making that for me, by the way. I enjoy it very much.
It needs a voice. It needs you going or something, you know. It just needs
Well, you know, we can work on that.
Good job, Lefty.
What's happening, everybody? It's that day again. I am Metalhead Prime, for those of you that don't know, and the guy to my left, which would be your...
I'm over here.
Right. He's waving. That would be the one and only Rico Stan. Thank you for coming, buddy.
Thanks for having me. It's been a while.
Yeah, I'm trying to get out there and get more people back, you know, just that I haven't hung out with in a while or whatnot. And
yeah.
So far, so good, you know. So.
I like it. I like seeing, you know, different people being up on all these because it helps the community closer together. You know, I like those streams.
Well, yeah.
People bring up people, you know, like Skipper. Skipper always has different people on his stream, and I love seeing those streams like that.
Right.
And I'm following Chattanooga Ed, so those are big shields to fill.
And you're like the king of bringing people on. So I figured who better to bring on than the king of bringing people on.
I'm not even the jester of bringing people on. A lot of cool people in the chat, though. Man, look at all those.
Heck yeah.
I know all those people.
I think I've talked to them once or twice.
A couple of times.
We'll start off with Salem Aquatics popping in. Says Metalhead's beard could compete with Jason's at prime time. Man, I tell you what, my old one had him beat. And then I snipped it. And this is what's left. Welcome, Salem. How you doing? And then Ricky De Hoyos, the one and only. What's happening, buddy? I don't know why I'm looking down. I'm looking all over the place. I'm like, Bunny Viper coming in. What's happening, Bunny? How you doing? Whip's real. Let's kick this pig. What's happening, Whip? How you doing? Don't know if I'll be kicking any pigs today. I don't know. I don't like the neighbors behind me, and sometimes they squeal like pigs. I don't know. I don't ask. Yeah. I just mind my own business. And we got the one and only Mark Sturleson popping in. I hope I said hi to Bunny. I did. Hi, Bunny. Hi again. And looks like we got Mark Sturleson. What's happening, Mark? How you doing? The one and only Skull. What's happening, Skull? And look who we got sneaking in. Fantastic Freaks himself. Austin's in the house. What's happening, Austin? Oh, let's see. Jeremy. What's happening, Jeremy? How you doing? I think I need glasses.
I haven't seen Jeremy in a little bit. Good to see you, buddy. Hope everything's good.
I see him here and there. And then we got Black Powder. I'm going to say hi to Mark again. New local Austin, how you doing? Oh, Master Aquatics, just call me Eduardo. I usually just call him Eduardo. What's happening, Eduardo?
Same here.
Yeah. And we got Peplin Creek. What's happening, Peplin? How you doing?
Oh, no, that's not Peplin. It's Pooplin. Pooplin Creek.
Pooplin Creek?
Pooplin. He calls me Rico Stain, and he's Pooplin.
Sounds like a river we have here in town. I won't go into detail on that. Just don't eat the fish out of it.
There's a lot of crappie in there.
There's something in there. You can catch a diaper, a toolbox, a car stereo, whatever you want. It's all in there. Even firearms. Let's see. Chat jumps on me. Ah, crap. It's like Nathan made it in. What's happening, Nathan? How you doing, buddy? Let's see. I just think. Oh, Mountain Greenery popping in. Every time I say I think. What's happening, Mountain Greenery?
Hi, everybody.
But I think we're here for now. So, and I'm going to pull a Rico here, and I'm going to kind of talk to Rico and try to do the chat, but not watch the chat so much. You know, it's a thing. He does it.
Sometimes, yeah, I've got
Sometimes,
focus on. We half the show we don't even look at the chat. But then I make up for it when I do the afternoon delights, and that's all I do is read the chat. So
right.
it's a balancing act.
I kind of go back and forth, and because these guys will get going off on something, and then I'll completely miss it and come in at the end and go, wait, what? And then,
Besides, that's why we're here, right? Is because of all those people that are in the chat. That's
exactly.
That's a big part of it. So, hi, Sandy.
Yep. If it wasn't for them, it would just be us talking to each other.
Yeah, which would be okay, but then nobody gets to see our genius.
Right. Genius. And I mean, there's some things that can happen.
Damn it.
Oh man, so what's new in the land of Rico?
Let's see. Really nothing. Hey, thanks everybody for coming. We'll see you next week.
Quickest live ever.
Really, not a whole lot is new. Let's see. Fishy wise, I mean, I have some fry in my Gudea tank. Those I've got those from Alishan. So I've got some Gudea fry. I had to move one of my bristlenose plecos yesterday. I've got a couple of males, and they were sparring big time, so I had to move one out. So one's in the 75 now. That's it. Oh, I got rid of another tank, actually. So I have, let's see, 1, 2. This is the light's not on that one. 4, 5, 6. I've only got 6 tanks, and I've got these 2 little 5-gallon shrimp tanks too. But so I've only got 6 tanks left. I'm consolidating stuff and trying to reinvigorate myself. I think, get back into things. I'm getting a little burned out a little bit. I think, with not with fish keeping so much, but just the maintenance and stuff. I'm having a hard time keeping up on things. So,
well, it can be a task, especially when you decide to do 5 different projects at once. And then go back to one, and then sleep on it for a month or 2, and then I totally get it.
Yeah, that's about it. Fishy wise, the pond outside is still doing great. I don't know if I have any fish in it. My de-icer broke down this year, so I didn't notice it. So I don't know if there's white cloud, golden white cloud minnows in the pond. So they might have made it. We'll find out in the spring when it warms up enough. If not, if they didn't make it, then I'm going to go with rice fish this year. Some Madaka rice fish, I think.
Now, you guys, how's your winter been like? Just
not bad.
Barely. Yeah. That's kind of what we've had more, just the other day it was thunderstorms outside. I'm sitting here going, it's February.
Yeah.
It should be a couple foot of snow out there.
We had a record high 2 days in a row, 62 degrees 2 days in a row. Which,
oh, wow.
Yeah, that doesn't happen here. We might not always get a lot of snow, but it's usually at least, we average like around 25 for the high. So
you're still pretty chilly.
Yeah. So there's been green grass. There's snow right now, but there's been green grass for more than half of February. It has not been bad at all. That's okay. It's a nice change.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, like today, man, it couldn't make its mind up if it wanted to dump 84,000 gallons of rain on us or just stop and let the sun come out for a second. It was really hard for me to let Wolf in and out of the shop today without him getting completely soaked, because he won't let me know it's time to come back in. I'm getting poured on out here. No, he'll lay in it, but he's 130 some pound Alaskan Malamute. It probably feels good.
Yeah, it does. I mean, you always see like Huskies and Malamutes, Malamutes playing in the snow, and people are like, "That's too cold." That they always say the same thing. Hey,
for them.
Wolf, come inside. Some lady on the internet said it's too cold for you.
Yeah,
they always
Good luck with that.
They like it. They've got the fur for it. They've got the 2 coats, so they're pretty warm.
Yeah. Well, they don't bring them in Alaska when it's too cold.
Yeah.
I mean, when's it not? you know?
Yeah. If they want to come in,
Oh.
they'll tell you. They'll tell you when they're ready.
Oh, yeah. Especially when they know there's food in there. Then they want to come in.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
And this dog can...
crazy. Oh, my God. That's something new. Wally is just, the last 2 days, I don't know what's going on. He's like reverted. He's 6 months old now, and he's like, his energy level, he's just been crazy. I mean, it's just like the last 2 days, he just constantly trying to eat everything, and he's just almost like
probably getting a growth spurt.
Well, I checked his poop to make sure there wasn't any worms because he just wants to eat constantly.
Yeah, they can get that way. Usually that means they're putting on some size, you know.
Yeah. I don't think he's going to get too much bigger. He's not, he's an Australian Shepherd, so they're not huge dogs. They're medium.
Yeah.
He'll get to be 60 or 70 pounds. I don't think he's going to get much taller. I think he's just going to put on the weight because now he's like a horse. He's got really super long legs. Like he lays on his back and his legs are like, touching the ceiling, They look huge. Even when he runs, he looks like a horse. He just totally, everything he does, he looks like a horse.
That's funny. Wolfie will come prancing into the shop sometimes and he's got this prance about him. It's just funny. Then other times he takes a sweet time and it's like, come on, dude.
You do like a fancy dance type thing? Like
usually because he thinks everybody's in the office eating, and then he goes in there, and you should see the look on his face when nobody's in there eating, and he's just like, "You son of a bitch!"
Yeah. Our pug at dinner time will do a fancy dance all the time. She just always like prances, and she'll do circles around you, but she's like doing like those those horses that do the. You know what I'm talking about? Those horses that do the.
Is that that's not the Clydesdale, is it? No, I think they're a little too big to do that. Quarter horse, mate? No.
Somebody in the chat knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
they do that
somebody.
Prance, and she does that all the time, and she'll do circles around you.
Yeah.
Lipazaners? That's not the name I was thinking of, but that could be it.
That could be.
Lipazaners sounds like something, I don't know, that you might...
I wouldn't...
It sounds like
I'd want to be
a gentleman's club. Welcome to Lipazaners.
I don't think I'd want to be a Clydesdale or be around a Clydesdale if they were prancing like that. Get caught under one of those hooves.
Yeah. Ivy said they're Spanish horses. I was thinking of like the Kentucky something. But
I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, I think
Tennessee Walkers. Tennessee Walkers.
I think she's right.
What it was. But I'm looking at them right now. Yeah. Lipazaner. Lipazaner. One of those. I don't know how to pronounce it, but anyways, she does that dance. She does that when she's hungry.
Right.
It does sound like a gentleman's club, doesn't it? Lipazaners.
It does. Yeah. Could have been the name of one down in Florida when I was there. I can't really remember much of that. Not going to go into detail why.
We used to,
all I know is we made it back alive.
We used to have to go to Canada once a month for work, and we called it the Sundowners. Was the Canadian Ballet. We used to have to go to Canadian Ballet. So the club, it was Sundowners.
Right.
For any of you people that live in Ontario, I don't know if it's still there.
Oh, welcome to everybody popping in. I see a bunch of names popping in, and I could go all the way back, but I don't remember where the chat went. So just blanket welcome.
Eduardo says they're Pasofino from Spain. Get it right. I don't want to get it right. You can't make me.
We're just gonna make up strip club names.
Yeah,
that could also pass as a club name. Whip says, "Prime, I love you even more than I did a moment before. How did I not know you shared a home with a Mao? We had two when I got married. Thor was 165 and Athena was about 80. Well, I share a workspace with one. He's actually my boss's dog, but he comes to work every day, and I'm kind of like uncle maybe ish. I watch out for him.
Yeah.
But no, I'd love to have one. I don't think my house is big enough.
I've never worked at a place that had a work dog or a work cat or
Oh,
anything like that.
there is at least 3 or 4 dogs there every day. Different
My
people
kind of
bring their
workplace.
dogs in, and
Yeah.
yeah, it's cool. It's pretty laid back, you know.
I see all your tiki-takis.
Every now and then I'll bring the pup in when she can control herself, which is never.
But how old is she now? She's not that old.
Well, no, she's probably about 8 or 9 months now.
Yeah.
So I mean, she's getting there. It just she can be a real pain in the ass, you know. And I have to walk outside and go look at something, or go out to the other side of the lot or something, and I can hear her barking and howling because Dad walked away.
Yeah. Nobody wants to
it's
hear
like-
that. Nobody else wants
No.
to hear that.
Yeah, she sounds like she's getting strangled, and all she's doing is just standing there howling. So I got to get her past that stage. Once she's past that stage, she'll be all right. Oh, it looks like Larry D's popping in, and Keystone Clash. What's happening? How we doing?
Hello. Looking forward to the clash this year. You guys are going again, right?
Yep.
Looking forward to it. It's going to be another good time.
I think,
And how many people here in the chat are going?
I think all the I's and T's are crossed and dotted, and I'm even working on Brandon and Ness, trying to get them to maybe venture down that way.
That'd be awesome. Yeah, I'd love to meet them.
But that would be cool. But
I don't know them too well. I mean, I don't see them out and about. I see Vanessa every once in a while, but I don't see Brandon out and about too much. I don't know too much about them. I would love to hang out with them and get to know them better.
Yeah, every now and then they pop up on here, and a lot of native fish keeping on that channel.
Oh yeah, most of them. You've got their tanks upstairs with a few things, right? But
and all the ones in the basement are pretty much all low tech, you know.
Yeah.
So
now, and they're what? They're hour and a half from you, north?
No, I wouldn't even think it's that far. I think they're probably about 45 minutes to maybe an hour.
Really?
Yeah.
Elkhart,
Yeah.
Fourth Wayne is fourth. I said fourth Wayne.
Fourth Wayne. It wasn't the third; it was the fourth.
It's the fourth Wayne. Well, the fourth Wayne would have been Val Kilmer, I think.
Yeah. No.
George Clooney.
Well, are you counting Adam West?
Oh, yeah. I wasn't, but we should. We have to. You have to.
Yeah. You have to. So then, technically, Clooney would be the fourth, and then
fourth
Christian, whatever the last guy is, Bale. Yeah, he did pretty good at it. And then let's just not talk about the other one, because
I like them. I've liked all the movies, and I'm not even a huge Batman fan, but I've liked all of the different movies. I think they all have something.
I couldn't get into the Batman versus Superman, which I really kind of disappointed me, because growing up I had a ton of comic books, and that was one of them that, you know, if they'd ever made a movie, man, I want to see it. And it was like, then we get Ben Affleck.
I thought he was okay. I mean, he wasn't the best by any means, but I don't think it was horrible. But the movie itself wasn't. It was okay. You know,
Yeah.
it was just okay. I like the DC movies. I do. Don't get me wrong, but they're just not as good. Now, DC TV shows used to be worlds better than what Marvel had, and now with all the Disney Plus stuff, Marvel's really coming on strong. But those older DC shows, especially the animations and stuff, were way better. So DC had it beat on the television side, but not even that anymore.
Well, I think with some of their movies, they take too long to really get in the action, and then they start to lose the audience. Like that Suicide Squad, I thought was pretty decent, but I didn't really care for the Joker on that one.
Really?
I'm picky. I only like one Joker, really. That was Jack Nicholson.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, Heath Ledger did do an awesome Joker. I'll give him that.
Yeah.
But Jack Nicholson, hands down. I mean,
I didn't even care. All I knew was that scene with Harley Quinn, you know, putting her clothes on, was worth all of it.
Well, I mean, like I said, the movie had its good parts.
Everybody's just watching. All the guys
Right. They're like, saw what I came to see. But no, I thought that the direction that Heath Ledger was taking was real good. And also, I can't think of the guy's name, but the one that played Harvey Dent in that was pretty good too.
Tommy Lee
I liked
Jones?
his. No, well, Tommy Lee had a good one, but it just looked too cartoony.
Yeah.
This guy looked a little more realistic. Maybe if they'd have done that with Tommy Lee Jones.
I don't remember
But
who it was.
I can't think of the guy's name, but he did good.
I don't even remember the scenes or anything.
Yeah.
Stuff is, stuff is leaking out. Sometimes I feel it coming out of my ears. It's just, it drips out a little bit. It's, stuff is leaving. Stuff is leaving.
Yeah. Well, look at people and somebody goes, do you remember this? I go, hell, I don't know. I've probably forgotten more than that by now.
Yeah. Somebody, it just happened the other day. Somebody said something, and my wife was like, we were talking about lead singers of different bands, and my daughter said, I never knew that this guy was the lead singer of both those bands. And my wife said, yeah, even your pop knew that. And I was like, I did? And she's like, yeah, you told me about it. And I was like, oh, I didn't remember.
Well, that's like
at all.
It's like Rainbow and Black Sabbath. I mean, Black Sabbath had Ozzy and then Dio, and I can't think of the other guy's name. They only did like one album with him. It wasn't bad
with Sabbath.
But it was. I think it was
David
the one
Coverdale.
after Dio.
Was it David Coverdale?
No, I don't think. No,
maybe that was Deep Purple.
That was Deep Purple.
Those
yeah,
bands were so intertwined. Deep Purple, Black Sabbath, Dio, Rainbow.
Yeah.
They were all. Players went back and forth between all of them. So
right. And then
Garcia, hello.
Got a cat battle going on here.
I hear it.
Quit.
Who else? Nano Aquarium guy came in. There's Garcia, MNC, Killer Kitty, Alan Hawkins.
How's it going, everybody? I'm glad somebody's watching the chat because I'm sure as hell not.
I'm just sort of looking at it. It's over there. Yellowstone. Ian Gillian, maybe? Alan Hawkins says. Maybe Ian Gillian? I don't remember. See,
I think he's right.
Yeah. We could look it up. I mean,
we could.
But that's work.
Yeah. That's
we'll let
button
them
pushing.
decide.
We all know I shouldn't push buttons while live. I won't. But that name does sound familiar.
Oh, also real quick, hope Jess is feeling better soon. Hope she gets over whatever it is quick.
Yeah, me too. Let me tell you. It's like, man, whatever she's gotten, it's taken her out of action for what, damn near 3 days now. I'm sitting here going, oh, great.
Yeah.
And it's not the thing that can't be mentioned or whatever. But yeah, it's probably still cold because that still exists. But I don't know. I just don't want to get it.
Hey, Dave Farrell says he just got in from fixing the snowblower. What a bad time for it to die. Where they live, we were talking earlier before the show about the snow and stuff. Where they live, they get quite a bit more than we do.
Yeah.
And it's a lot colder, too. So
definitely not a good time to lose a snowblower.
Dave is a snowblower, really. I mean, that's what his job is, really.
Right.
Eric.
Oh, man. What's happening, Eric? How you doing? Oh, man. You guys are coming out of the woodwork now. I love it. Oh, look. We even got Aquarium Domain popped in here. I think I just saw it. Yep. What's happening, buddy? How's it going? Oh, man. 6 to 8 inches coming tomorrow. Ouch.
Oh, I'm not going up that way. Those will never get old. People have been making those jokes since we started using
jokes. Yeah.
There's cavemen that use those jokes.
Mm-hmm.
Ugga full of ugga snow.
That's what she said. Ugga ugga.
They'll never get old.
Yeah.
I don't think we're supposed to get that much here. They're getting 6 to 8. I think it's supposed to be decent. I know this week wasn't supposed to be too bad at all.
You know,
again,
I stopped trying to pay attention to our weather around here just because, you know, it's either they're always wrong or, well, they're always wrong.
Well, here's the thing, and that's a very common thing that people say, but it's not true. You can go and actually look it up and see, and the way that the weather is forecast, they are high 90s for how accurate they are within like a short period. The problem is they're forecasting for an area. They're not, so where you're sitting might not be exactly what that is, but within that area they're forecasting for, they're gonna have that.
And you don't know what model they're going off of too. There's like a ton of different models to go off of.
Oh yeah.
There's one guy on YouTube. I started following him because he started being a little more accurate, in my opinion, than our local people are. He's like, you know, this could go one of three ways, and he pulls up a few models and he goes, if it goes this way, be on the lookout. If it goes this way, you're good, blah, 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 you know.
Covering his bases. What's his name?
Right.
Remember, is it like Ian or something like that?
Alan Hall or something. Ryan Hall, y'all.
Jason,
he's pretty fun guy to watch.
The other Jess, Aquatic Morning Show, watches him.
Yeah. I mean, the guy's pretty much been spot on. I mean, the last big snowstorm we were supposed to get, he goes, you know, the way it's still looking right up until the day it was happening, he's like, it's still looking like it's taking this track. So if it takes this track, you guys can be prepared. And I mean, he was damn near spot on with the amount of snow that we got. So I'm like, okay, I'm just going to start watching this guy.
Yeah.
Because, you know, but
we actually have a weather station in the backyard. I enjoy that stuff. I did get into it. At one point, I got heavily into it. Like I've got about 250 meteorology related books. I collect them. Super heavy into it. But that was like, 15, 20 years ago. Nowadays I'm not so much, but I still have a weather station. I still report my data to NOAA and to Weather Underground. Underground is what I like. Wonderground. So I like it because we have a microclimate here, being so close to the Lake Ontario, which has its own weather, right? And just a few miles inland, the weather could be drastically different than what we have all year round. So it's nice to have my own stuff to see what we actually have.
Right. Well, looks like Diego popped in. What's happening, buddy?
Diego, I hope you saw the short I made. Diego sent me a mug. And I did a short on that. Yeah, it was very cool. It said, make the world a better place. And it's got a better on the world. Cool mug. And thank you very much, Diego. I appreciate that.
He sent one of those to Jess, too, and I'll bet you she didn't make a short.
Damn her. God, Jeff.
I'm going to so pay for this later. She's just going to roll over and cough right in my face. Well, how late do you want to stay on, Rico? No.
Don't use me, man. Don't get me involved. She'll save it.
Sorry, honey, I couldn't come to bed until 3:00 in the morning because Rico kept me up, and I have to go into work early. So I'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah. She'll be saving it up for the Clash, and she'll make me pay.
Yeah. Oh man. No, she's been taking all sorts of medication and stuff for it, and just nothing's really helping. It's pretty much just congestion, and it can be aggravating when you can't breathe.
Sure. Yeah. Well, I hope she feels better. Better. Don't want. I hate to see anybody suffering. At least put her out of her misery.
Right. Oh man.
She can't get to me.
Yeah, not yet. All of a sudden, right before the Clash, Rico's, oh, can't go.
Well, Well, honestly, we're on the fence about going or not. Now we're having some issues, and we might not be able to go, but that's difficult because somebody out there already bought tickets for myself and my wife.
Oh,
that was super nice. I think I know who did it, but Scotty won't tell me who it was. But they bought tickets for both of us already. So,
well, that's cool.
Yeah, that was super nice of. But I'm not sure 100%. Now the room is already booked and everything, but I'm not sure if we're going to be able to make it right now. We're
Right.
trying. We're trying. We're definitely pushing to be there because it's my one event a year. Michelle just likes to be away from home. She doesn't have to she can have a little bit of relaxing time for herself.
Well, it's fun to get out.
Yeah, she doesn't really care to talk to people. She's not into small talk. She's a very practical person. She
right.
She just doesn't enjoy. She's not. We're very much opposites that way because I'm a motor mouth, right? I don't shut up. She does not like to have conversations. She'll be like, "Oh yeah, great. See you later." She talked to me. Eduardo said, "You probably made her. She felt bad for you, Eduardo. She felt bad for you." She does have, a sense of empathy.
Diego says, "Well, there goes her Pet Sonic sponsorship." See, you got to be on this stuff.
And again, thanks, Diego, for that mug. I really do appreciate it.
Alan says, "Staying the hell away from your house till everyone is clear." Yeah. Good luck with that. Yeah,
now,
I don't know. It's been weird with her. So I don't think she's running a fever or anything like that. Just like the weather changed a little bit and it just sent her off into Sickville.
Yeah, maybe some weird allergies or something. Now, Alan lives in your area?
Yeah.
And who's the other? Kyle, right? Kyle.
Kyle's in Ohio.
Oh,
about 3.5 hours from us.
I was thinking he was local too. So who's all local to you? Just Alan?
Alan, Jason Hierstead when he's on, but instead of sitting here next to me, blurting things at me. And
why doesn't he peek in? Why didn't he lean in and say hi?
He's a chicken shit.
Pussy. What a pussy.
And I'm getting the finger.
There he is. All right.
Finally got him on camera. He's actually been in a couple videos because I go, "Hey man, you wanna come check out my new fish?" "Oh yeah, I'll be right over." And then he falls for it every time. Because it's usually one of these two tanks has to move. And he gets roped into that one.
That's why I don't answer his phone call no more.
That's why he quit answering the phone. Misfits. Yeah, Misfits right around us too.
Misfits on the Ohio. Where's he at in Ohio? Is he Cincinnati?
No, I think he's northern because he's by Indiana. Right. Yeah,
not too far from Toledo. I think he's west of Toledo a little bit. I think that's what he said. Yeah.
Yeah, and Whip's not that far from us either.
No.
Yeah. Quicker trip to get to Whip than it is to get to the Clash. But I didn't think that was that bad. I've made 13-hour drives before that were way worse than that, but that was 4 or 5 hours longer.
Pretty much a straight shot, right?
Yeah.
Except once in Pennsylvania, you got hit with a huge toll, didn't you? Got massive...
Holy shit!
We must have
like $145 or $175, something like that. And they're like, "But if you sign up, you can get it. You can pay it for half." I'm like, "Oh yeah, of course. You want me to buy the thing?"
Do you buy it, or hey, Stephen, is it free? Because I know here in New
No,
York,
it's
connect it to your account.
I don't think it's free. I think it. I'd have to look back into it, but I think if you subscribe or you pay to subscribe to it or whatever, they send you that pass and you can just blow the gate, or get blown at the gate. Either way, so I see. I couldn't let it go. But it also cuts the bill like right in half,
which is weird.
Yeah,
so it must be a subscription based or something instead.
I think so, and I don't know if it's just for one state or if it's good for all of them. You know, if it's like this is U.S., I don't know.
Yeah, it's not New York. New York, you don't pay for the Easy Pass thing. It's free, but and then just connect it to your account, and that's all there is. You know, it's so they only take money out of your account if you use it. But
if you go through there.
Yeah. So it's, you know, and we don't use toll roads that much anyways.
Right.
Especially
I typically try to avoid them.
Yeah. There's none between us and there that we need to take. We can take freeways or highways, whatever. It's weird how people have the, you know, different names for all these things. We take a road and we don't have to pay.
Well, one of the nights leaving the Clash, one of the nights leaving the Clash, it put us, the damn GPS put us right on a toll road to get to the B&B. I'm sitting here going, you kidding me? Maybe that's why it was $145 because there was no place to pay. It just had the gate open. It was like, yep, see ya.
Still seems crazy. Yeah. Well, I remember when when I first moved to New York, they didn't have all that stuff, right? And I came from Arizona where there's no toll roads at all. There's none. So I pulled up to the thing and it was Easy Pass only. And I didn't know what Easy Pass was, and there was nobody in the booth because it looked like the other booths. So I pulled up to the thing and I wanted to pay and there was nobody there. So I just drove through. And I never got anything from it. I still had Arizona plates, though. I still had There's Ed, Linda Worth. Hello, my fish tanks. What's up, John? Clicks. Whole bunch of people coming in. Coral.
What's happening, guys?
Whole bunch of people.
Welcome to everybody popping in, man. I love it. Yeah, let's see. Oh, yeah, a bunch of cool people coming in. Not that the people that were already here aren't cool. But
these people are cooler. The newer people are cooler. I like the newer people better. The people that were already here.
Oh man. Yeah, so we're just getting geared up for that. I mean, we're probably gonna buy into that, but it'll suck if it's just for Pennsylvania, you know. I would think it would be all of the states, but or at least they have a toll road because that would, you know, make sense.
You know, but, and Pennsylvania needs to use some of that money that they're making from that to fix the friggin' roads. Because I thought Skipper and Depths Unknown Jason told me, man, the roads in Pennsylvania they're crap. And I was like, the people say that everywhere on the east. You know, whenever any place where there's a lot of snow, people always say the roads are bad. And I was like, it's probably not. No, as soon as we crossed into Pennsylvania, it was like, what the hell's going on? Oh, and we saw Pennsylvania. What are you doing to your kids? Because we cross into Pennsylvania, and then on the side of the road, we keep seeing all these kids things. Like there was a high chair right there on the side of the freeway. There was a car seat. I mean, there was all this kid stuff just like spread down over like 10 miles. We kept seeing kids furniture and kids stuff. And then we get into these backwoods areas because we were trying to, you know, miss all the toll roads and stuff. We come around this corner. Now there's no houses around. There's nothing. We're sort of in the woods. It's a little like if a car was coming the other way, we'd have to pull off a little bit. That's how small this road was. And there's a sign that says kids at play. And we go around the corner and there's a cemetery. There's no houses. There's no houses anywhere. We don't see any houses. It's just a cemetery with a sign that says kids at play. And I'm like, that's not creepy. Pennsylvania.
Yeah, right? Kids are morbid.
Obviously, I don't think Pennsylvania is attacking their kids. It's all for fun, but it was just weird how much kid stuff we saw.
Well, then leaving the B&B, coming back to the Clash the next morning, then you're dodging horse and buggies and Amish on bikes, and just it's like don't kill anybody.
It's especially scary. We have them here too. The Amish and Mennonites drive vehicles, but they all have to be black. All of their vehicles have to be black. So, but they drive regular vehicles. The Amish, though, at night they're supposed to have lights and stuff on there, but oftentimes they're very, very dim. So if you're in the middle of nowhere where there's no street lights or anything, you come around a corner. I mean, there's been so many times we've been startled by the Amish. Yeah.
And around about up a little bit north of here in Leo, Grable area, there's a lot of Amish country up here. Yeah. And you'll see them with flashing tail lights, which is nice. I'm like, thanks. At least we can see,
Yeah.
But I was watching something the other day. The cops were chasing a buggy. The guy was passed out drunk, and the horse was taking him home. Now I'm sitting there like, he gets away with it.
Yeah, the horse knows where it's going,
Yeah, the horse going to get him home.
Those horses are pretty smart, man.
Yeah. Oh man, Jem's back there taking one too many snips, and Mr. Ed's gotta get the car home.
Mr. Ed, I always call Ed that, Chattanooga Ed. Always, I just don't think about it. He's obviously not horse-like. Well,
right?
Maybe he is. Maybe he
is. My other name. No. Oh yeah,
Coral.
It was fun getting to hang out with him and James and everybody at Shella too. That was a blast.
Yeah, I'm hoping James can make it to the Clash this year. I don't think he's going to be able to, but I hope he can, because I still have not been able to hang out with him. I mean, and look, I've had this thing on my wall here,
right.
James and Ed were really the people who got me started on all this, not fish keeping so much, but just the whole YouTube side of things. So,
right.
Really love to meet, James. I was lucky to get to hang out with Ed for a little bit, and all the other amazing people, Steven and everybody else that's in the chat that we got to hang out with, Whip and everybody, you guys. But James is up there on the list. I'm hoping Ivy Fantastic Freaks is going to be there. I mean, Jesus. So last year there was about 60 of us. We 65. And we're thinking this year, Scotty said there's already, and this was about a month ago, he said there was already about 60 to 70 people from our community signed up.
Oh, wow.
So I think we're going to have about 100 of us there this year. Ricky Hoyas is coming back again. TJ Autocross. I mean, I don't want to. I need to learn to stop saying names, because I always leave people out. Always. Every single time I leave people out.
Yeah. No, it was fun getting to meet everybody there last year, and then now there's going to be more. It's like, that's why I love going to that. It's not that like I said, I've said it before, not that the Shella wasn't fun, but the Clash just seemed a little more, I don't know, a little more personal, or, whatever.
Yeah. I think it's, there's only, like 350 people that went to the Clash last year, all told. And 60 of them were from our community, so we're very well represented there. And it is a little bit more, and I haven't been to any of the Aquashellas, but just from what Ed's told me and everybody else, it is a lot more, we're hanging out in a parking lot for 3 hours, just telling stories.
Right.
Till 2 o'clock in the morning, it's watching the people from Florida shiver while I'm wearing shorts and sandals.
Yep.
Hi, Dee Dee.
Oh, man.
Miss Dee Dee. There's Mikey B.
What's happening? Everybody just coming in? Sorry, I'm having so much fun. I got called an asswipe, or did you get called an asswipe? Or we both get called an asswipe.
Maybe both. Yeah. Maybe it's plural. Ass wipes.
Ah, yeah. Forgot the S.
It's got an E on it, so maybe it's ass whippy. It's
whippy.
Ass whippy. Eduardo says me.
He says I was freezing my tits. Yeah. We get down. I guess down there for us, and it's like that first night we got there, we froze our asses off because we tent camped like idiots.
Yeah.
And I won't do that again. But we got down there a bit too early to get to the B&B. So it really wasn't that bad. The one day I think it was just windy, and then the wind calmed down a little bit. Man, it was warm.
That wasn't bad. I mean, I was wearing a t-shirt, shorts, and sandals, and I was fine. But I've got the insulation. I'm well insulated, and I enjoy colder weather. I mean, even though I lived in Arizona for a big chunk of my life, I do enjoy colder weather a lot.
Right.
I like it. I love, like, in the daytime, I take Wally out when it's really cold outside. Take him out for a walk. If I breathe in all that air, it just, especially like you go to like Walmart or something like that, it's like swampy in there as everybody's breathing, right. And you're all around all the Walmart people, and you walk outside and it's super cold and it feels like you just took a shower. Like it's just killing all the germs.
Right.
It's cold of everything that's just like, oh, get the Walmart off me. That's what it feels like. That's why I like the cold so much. It just makes it's almost like a shower. I feel cleaner.
Somebody get the Walmart spray.
I got Walmart all over me.
Ew, get it off.
It's swamp bath, make it swampy, not the breath. That's true, Jeremy. I'm Ritza.
Boy, I tell you.
Real quick, if you don't mind, I'll do a quick promotional thing. Tomorrow night, Lady Rorschach will be on for our Focus On.
Oh, so cool.
You haven't been on for the Focus On yet, have you?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh.
Jeff was. You weren't, though, were you?
That was you and Ed that I was on for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We need to sort that out. Get you on the list. We can learn.
It'll just be this all over again.
Well, we'll find, but see, I'll be interviewing you. I'm going to dig in deep, and find out all the shitty things you've done and all the people.
Boy, that's scary.
All the bad parts about, the metalhead.
You sure you want to open that can?
I do. I very much do. Hi, Foxanne.
Oh, man.
It's going to be a lot of fun tomorrow night. I'm looking forward to that one. Maritza's on our list, too. Mike B's wife.
Cool.
And I'm looking for more people, too.
I've been seeing her pop in a lot more lately. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's neat. I love it. I'm looking for more people, too. If people want to be on the Focus On, please shoot me an email, rico@ricostand.com. And, anybody, there's no requirements or anything. You don't have to have a big channel. You don't have to have a single subscriber or any content at all. As long as you're part of our community, I want to interview you.
You just have to have a channel sticker. That's all.
Yeah.
It doesn't even have to be your channel. It can just be a channel sticker.
Well, if they're in the chat and chatting, then they've got a channel. Yeah. Now Foxanne's calling me Rico Stain too. Great. And I can't call her anything.
Oh.
Pooplin I can call. I can call him Pooplin, but I can't call her anything. She gets Foxanne.
I had the thing, what was it? Patty kept saying you smelled like spam or something. So on the way to the class this year, I was going to stop and get spam and give it to you. And then you can wrap it up and give it to her or something. You're like, look what I made just for you.
I don't know where that came from. She's always talking about my hygiene. It's a weird thing. It's a very weird thing. I guess because I'm old or something. I don't know. What is it? The older we get, we smell like dusty books or something. I mean,
I don't know.
Do you want a quick story? I know we don't have too much time left, but speaking of
go ahead.
Speaking of getting old, okay, so I used to work for a furniture delivery company, right? And most of our customers were snowbirds. This is in Arizona, so older folks that came down with their fifth wheel trailers and things like that.
Right.
They just came down for the wintertime, right? So we went to deliver this new bed, and the people had never taken off the plastic off their old mattress. It looked like it was brand new. It was still wrapped in the plastic that it came in. So I went in there and, picked up the plastic or picked up the mattress, and I was just covered with like old people skin. Like it was just white powder. It was on my eyelashes. So as I was blinking, it was going like this. It was in my beard and my mouth and my hair. I mean, it looked like somebody dipped me in flour. I was just covered with
Get the spray.
It was. I put the thing back down and walked out. Gary, the guy that was with me, he was the driver. He died. It was before cell phones. Well, we had cell phones, but I mean, just little flip phones and stuff, right? Not everybody even had them. So I didn't have any pictures or anything like that, but he was dying. He was rolling in the grass. He was laughing so hard. He said especially the part, I turned around and I looked at him, and I'm just covered with white, and I blinked my eyes, and the stuff was like going like this on my eyes.
Boy, it's different when it's skin. you Buffalo Bill dipped.
It was Buffalo Bill dipped. Yeah. It puts the dust on the skin.
Yeah. First you roll your Rico gently in old people's skin flakes, and then you preheat the oven.
It was disgusting.
Oh, God. There's not enough Walmart spray just ever for that. Oh.
We had a lot of fun at that job, though. It was fun. For being a furniture store, most of the time I worked in the warehouse. But once in a while I would drive even up to Denver once in a great while to pick something up or something. But I don't know. It was just a fun job. There was days where my boss right next door was the Foreign Legion, and he was a member of the Legion. So he'd say, "Hey, come on," and he said, "I got to talk to you. Take me over to the Legion," and we'd sit and have a 6-pack, just have a few beers, and on the job, getting paid.
Right.
He's the boss. I don't have to worry about it.
You're gonna say no to him?
Free beer. Except right. I was like 22, and now my wife used to drop me off at work every day, right? My ex-wife.
Right.
She used to drop me off at work every day. And always she'd, leave, and I'd say, "Love you," Well, one day my buddy gave me a ride to work. He dropped me off. Her car was broken down or something. I don't remember what it was, but he dropped me off. And I get out of the car and I go, "Okay, love you." And he goes, "Dude, it was just a ride."
But it meant so much.
He just totally straight face. I was dying because I said, I didn't know who to say that. I tried to explain why I said it, and he's like, "Dude, it was just a ride."
Right? That's when you turn around and go, "It was more than that." Oh, boy. Oh.
Busted mini.
Yeah. But fortunately, in my job, I don't get covered by skin. I get covered by other things. Rust, axle fluid, oil.
What's the weirdest thing you've ever found up in the undercarriage or something of a car? What's the weirdest thing you've ever found? Birds' nests and stuff like that. Anything really weird?
I gotta think because it's been a while.
Like a pinky?
No. Well, I don't think it was a pinky. I found a bird in the grill of one of our service trucks. It had a chance to make it, but its head was wedged in the plastic grill. So the guy that drove the truck, I just had it in for an oil change or something, and he happened to walk in there, and I looked at him. I said, "You damn bird killer!" And he's like, "What?" And I was like, "Look what you did to Polly." Just something. I mean, I had to dislodge a bird from the grill. That's not really that horrible, but it was fun.
I've done that.
Probably the weirdest thing I've ever seen was a potato. A full-fledged just potato, not wrapped up in anything, just I think it was a potato crammed underneath an intake. Dog food. I found dog food under intakes. I'm like, you don't literally have to feed this thing. There's walnuts, all sorts of things that, when you find things in places that you're like, how in the hell did that even get in there? Been plenty of those.
I was
nothing real major. I had a so I left for work one morning. This has been probably 10 or 15 years ago, where I used to work, and I'm driving down the road, and I swore I'm hearing something meow the whole time. Like, what the hell? Well, I get to work, and I'm really hearing it. It's just freaking out. What the hell? So I'm listening around the car, and I hear it coming out of the trunk. I'm going, what? Open it up, and here comes the house cat jumping out of my trunk, like latched onto me, like, get me out of here. And I'm sitting here going, how the hell? Well, the day before, I guess they were pulling groceries out of the trunk, and he had a habit of jumping in. He spent the whole night in the trunk and was abruptly awakened at like 6 o'clock in the morning by me leaving. So I looked at my guy, and he goes, "What, is today bring your cat to work day?" And I'm like, "No, I didn't know he was in the car until, that last hard bump I hit." So brought him back home and let him run. And that was the last time he ever tried to do that.
He learned. Who says cats are dumb? Sorry, Ed.
Right? But nothing real crazy. I see it all the time where people are pulling like raccoons or snakes out and stuff like that, and I'm like, somebody pulled a chicken out or something. I don't know. I'm like, no.
What about just inside the car? Like you get in the car to pull it in, and somebody leaves something in there that they shouldn't have. Is there ever anything like that? Marital aids, or any type of anything weird like that?
There's been cars I've been afraid to get into.
Yeah.
Especially when I used to haul junk cars. So there were some of them that it was like, They're like, "Oh, I have the key. I'll put it in neutral." Nope. Don't even worry about it. Just drag it up the bed, meat hook it, and drag it. Yep. Shake it off the bed, and I'm like, "You guys deal with that shit." Yeah. There's been a few of those, but no, there was one. Oh, it was just utterly disgusting. There was all sorts of stains, like in spots where you're like, I know what that is. I could take a good guess at what that stain is. And it's like, nip. Or we'll get them into the shop too, where it's just like, that smell. There's like a week old chicken leg laying on the floor or something. Maggots everywhere.
I knew somebody like that. Now, the person presented very clean, very hygienic, but their car, when I first saw their car, was just, the driver's seat was the only place available because all the rest was just filled with stuff, and a lot of it to me just looked like garbage, like fast food garbage. But there was there was clothes and just all. They obviously were a hoarder, but I never knew. That person never like did anything to make me think that they would be, because sometimes you can sort of tell, you know what I mean? Sometimes you can just sort of tell that, okay, that I bet that person's a hoarder, but this person did not present anything at all. There was no way to tell whatsoever, and that car was loaded. Like, it was probably illegal because they couldn't even see out the back window. Brooklyn.
Yeah, I tell you, I've seen open condom packs in there, and I'm just sitting here going, and I got to get under the seat. And I'm like, boy, there better not be one down there. Pop the seat up. All right, I just need to get to the battery. We're good. But the whole time I'm going, where the hell's that condom at? It's got, I'm like, I'm not putting my hands down. Yeah. I'm like, just
don't bring the visor down too quick. Surprise!
Yep, and then it just flops down on your eyeball, and mayonnaise, a lot of stuff in people's.
Hi, Shelby.
Oh man! Hey, everybody. Oh man!
Excuse me.
Yeah, it just there's just when you see some things, you just go, yeah, I'm just going to leave it alone. So,
stay away.
Yeah,
stay away from it.
Well, guys, it's been an hour, and I don't know about you, but I've had a good time. Oh man, well, I think we're going to go on ahead and give her the old wrap up. I want to thank everybody for popping in and chatting along with us. I hope you guys had fun. I know I did, and I hope Rico did.
Oh yeah,
you're that way. Okay, now I'm pointing the right direction. Shake hands. Oh man. But I want to thank all the moderators for popping in here and doing the moderator stuff. I appreciate you guys so much for everything you do to help. It's much appreciated. The replay crew, I keep poking this damn thing back in my ear because it's not the one that hangs on. It just, it doesn't work. Replay crew, thank you. We love you too. And, man, I hope everybody has a great week. Hopefully Jess will be back Saturday morning afternoon. We'll see. If not, as long as I'm not in the same boat, somebody will be on Saturday, whether it's her or me or whatever. So,
and what time is it now that she does that? Because I know she used to be at 4, but didn't she move it? It's earlier.
Yeah, she's going at 3 now.
3. Okay,
I think it's 3 o'clock. Yeah,
3 Central Time.
Eastern.
That's right, because you guys are in Eastern Time, right?
Yep.
You're right.
We're all on the. Yep.
Right? You go just a little bit farther west and it's Central Time.
Go to Illinois. Yep. You're wet. Yep.
Oh, it's all the way in Illinois.
Mm-hmm.
Why did I not think that?
Just about to, I think.
For some reason, because that
Valparaiso. I think when you hit Valparaiso, it shifts. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Or in that area.
Yeah.
But
because that's messed us up before. I thought you guys were in Central.
Yeah. Because we were in Ohio and had to be back by 8, and we thought we had to be back by 7, and it just we could have been back by 8. Oops.
Yeah, fine.
Well, it happens.
You live, you learn.
Right? We know now.
Yeah. Well, thanks for
anyways, guys.
I hope Jess feels better, and hopefully we'll see you guys on Saturday.
Yeah. One of us will be. One of us. I promise. So, with that being said, you guys have a kick-ass week. We'll see you this weekend, and stay metal, guys.
Yeah.
Fucking da-da-da.
Yeah, but that